Now that we have a brief introduction to candlestick pattern, let's quickly write another candlestick pattern. So there is another candlestick pattern. There are a lot. In fact, there are a lot of candlestick pattern. But for now, there is another candlestick pattern called three white soldiers or three black crows. So now, what are these? So we can simply say three white candle, let's see. So I'll go for okay, you can read the overview. So we have one, the three white candle pattern, and the opposite is the three black. Okay, this let's go for this. I think this is more explanatory. This is from Baby Pips. So I'll just open this up and you can see, okay, let me zoom close. So three white soldier candle is formed by three consecutive bullish candle. A candle that is bullish, followed by a candle that is bullish, then a candle that is bullish. And the opposite is the three black crows. So you can see a candle that is bearish, followed by a candle that is bearish, followed by a candle that is bearish. So we have three candles that are follows each other, that are consecutive, and they are of the same nature, right? So for the bullish nature, that's called three white soldiers, and for the bearish one, that's called the three black crows, right? For a start, you can go ahead and write this function that checks if a pattern is three white soldiers. And in case where maybe you want me to do this, maybe in the case where you find it hard to understand what a three white soldiers is or what a three black crows is, you can quickly make your research, then just continue with the video, because after doing this, I will be doing the three white soldiers, while you will need to do the three black crows from your hand. For practice sake, let's quickly get into it. So you know what? Should we get rid of this? Okay, let's leave this for now. Let's leave this function because we wrote this function with with a lot of energy. I'll just take this down. So to see if a particular so let me just take it down so that you won't be distracted, and I would like to remove this. Now, what we are going to be writing if a pattern is a three white soldier, right? And that means it will be returning true or false if it is a three white soldier or not. So we can say a boolean for the return type of our function. Then we can say is three, okay, we can say is three white soldiers, right? Then we can say int shift. Then we can say this, right? So now, like I said, we need to know the close and opening of the last three candles, the last consecutive candles. So how do we do this? So we can simply say double close, right? So this for this period, for the current chart period, So also in case where you want to specify a particular period, you can say M5, or maybe M15, or maybe M30, but that is not good enough for our situation, because we might decide to change time frame and we want the script to adjust accordingly. So that is why I've been saying the current period, the current time frame of the chart, right? Then I want to say what index, the index specified, I mean the shift specified by this user, right? So from there, I can also get the open. So I can say I open, right, for the chart symbol and for the current time frame and for this, right? So instead of typing this all over for the previous candle, I'll just copy this, then I'll just carefully rename this. Then I'll say shift plus one. And if you are guessing why I said shift plus one, let me quickly show you. So remember that I said the counting of the bars on the chart starts with 0, So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So let's assume someone tells you that this is index 27. What do you think the index of this will be? Of course, it will be 28. And what do you think the index of this will be? Of course, it will be 26, right? So it is as simple as that. And if someone tells you that this is of index 20, automatically you should know that this is of 21 and this is 22, this is 23. So it is as simple as that. So if someone tells you the candle index of something, right, so you should know that the immediate candle on the left is just current index that you were told plus 1. So it is as simple as that. So let's go back. So I can simply say, okay, since we already have it copied, so I can just adjust this to 3, and this will be plus 2, right? And this will be plus 2, right? So it is as simple as that. Then I can say return if the candle on the rightmost part have a close that is higher than the open, and at the same time the one in the middle have a close that is higher than the open, right? And the one on the left have a candle, have a close that is higher than the open, right? So that is simply how to do this. So we can now call this, you know what, let's maybe we can just say if this, for this is equal to true, right? So we can say alert, yes, this is a white soldier. A three white soldier, right? Then we can say else if this return false, can say this is not a three white soldier, right? So we can simply do this. So I'll save and I'll compile. Let's be sure we do not have any error. So I'll move on. Then now let's test for candle index 1, which is this, and which is obviously not a three white soldier because we can say that this is a bearish candle, so it has already failed, So I'll just launch this. So I'll say of index 1. Of course, it is not a three white soldier, but I can see that this is a three white soldier, a very beautiful one. So what index is of is this candle? So let's try to count. We can count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but no, we are a professional, right? So just have this your crosshair, then come to the last candle and drag here. You can see this is of candle index 7. So I can simply run my script, then I'll say 7. So I'll say okay. And you can see it is telling me, yes, this is a three white soldier. So that is simply, you can see this is a beautiful three black crows. So you can do this. You can check if it is a valid one. So when you're writing your own function, okay, you probably won't have this you probably won't be able to have this chart. For me, according to the current day, this is a valid three black crows. So you can see that. You can see bearish candle following each other, consecutive bearish candle. And also this is a very valid three white soldier. So let's quickly see if we can get that. Okay, this is of index 19. So let me say this, and I want for index 19. So I'll say okay. Yes, you can see it is a three white soldier. So that is beautiful. All right, so that is that on our three white soldier candle stick pattern function. Before you move to the next lecture, you should try to write a function that checks if a candle pattern is a three black crows, right? So just like this, right? So that is what you should be doing before you move into the next lecture. So I'll see you on the next lecture.